Hello, welcome back to my channel. I give you short tutorials on how to knit certain stitches or patterns. Today we'll be doing the duplicate stitch. You can use this to create these lovely vertical stripes. To get started, your knitting already has to be done. You use a yarn needle or a crochet hook if you find that easier to do this. You don't actually knit anything. I still need to do a couple of stripes on my Freud vest whip, so I'm using this for the tutorial. I have identified which column I want to duplicate, so I'm using this just for a second. For my actual whip, I would actually start down here, but because I'll be starting right above some ribbing, it won't be as easy for you to see, so I'm just going to do it in the middle of my whip. That's fine. How to get started? You get your yarn needle and you get some yarn. I'm using a very short piece of yarn for this video. For the actual row, I've noticed it does eat quite a lot of yarn. I want to do the entire length of my vest in a stripe, and if I would want to go into one long piece of yarn so I don't have as many ends to weave in, I would cut off about 3 times at least the length that it measures. So just for reference, I mean, you can just also use short pieces and then just attach them later. How to attach your yarn to begin with? You attach it at the back. So I have the column here, which I can see here. So I'm just going to go in through, so you have a column here and a column here. I'm just going to go in here, below and above, just to attach my yarn there, and I'm just going to give it 2 knots so it won't budge. Okay, so you're going to duplicate by constantly going over the V's. I want to duplicate this one, so it's very important that you keep looking at the V where it's pointing and where the legs go out. You start by placing your needle to where the V is pointing. So basically between the legs of the V below the one you want to duplicate. I want to duplicate this one. So I go in between the legs of the V below, from the back to the front. Oh yeah. I can now get rid of this just to make things more clear. So I want to duplicate this one. Now I'm going to go behind the legs of the V above the one I want to duplicate. You can go from right to left or from left to right, depending on what your dominant hand is. And now you're going to go back from where you started, between the legs of the V below it, from the front to the back. There we are. Don't pull too tightly. Now, the next one. From the back to the front, you go in between, so I want to duplicate this V. It's going to go in between the legs of the V below it, from the back to the front. And I'll go behind the legs of the V above it. And again go in from the front to the back in the between the legs of the V and the V below it. And that's it. So I'll go one more time. So I want to duplicate this one. So from back to front go in between the legs of the V below it, so between this and this leg. Go behind the legs of the V above it. Pull through. Left to right, right to left, doesn't really matter, just for rhythm's sakes, keep doing it in the same direction. And then go in from front to the back, between the legs of the V below it. And that's it. Don't pull too tightly, don't pull too loosely. To show you what it is on the back. Yeah. That's it. If you have any more questions or you have you would like me to do a video on something, let me know in the comments. For the rest, you can always give me a like, share or subscribe. Bye!